there was a video that we found on Instagram, right? I think it was Instagram by the Hispanic Society. I don't know if we could play this video before I play the other one with Eddie Caban. So play this with the sound. I don't know, well, this video here.
Energía boricua con música y bandera. Nostalgia y amor entre los boricuas que celebraban su diversidad. Y Cantazo, el burro que deja huella. Una comunidad que se une en el amor. Los uniformados de NYPD representándonos con orgullo. Hombres y mujeres que venimos del mismo barrio. Celebrar lo que nos hace ser comunidad. Llama al 1-800-Cantazo. Estamos en el corazón y en la calle con ustedes.
1-800-Cantazo.
1-800-Cantazo, which now is basically being pushed by the Hispanic Society. And as you know, Joe Ayala is the president, friend of Jimmy Rodriguez. Somehow he kept his job despite his criminal association there. And also, Eddie Caban was heavily, I mean, if those guys, you couldn't not see them without seeing Eddie Caban, right? That's how close they were. But then yesterday you posted, so showing you this, you know that this is a legit company. The Hispanic Society is out there pushing this. So then you posted this video of Eddie Caban. I just got to show it. I can't believe this when you posted this, but let's play this.
Como el primer comisionado latino de la policía de Nueva York, he visto que más inmigrantes sufren accidentes de auto que víctimas de crímenes. Los abogados de accidente de 1-800-Cantazo no comparten información con ICE ni con inmigración. Si eres indocumentado y sufriste un accidente de auto, no temas. Marca 1-800-Cantazo. 1-800-Cantazo.
John, I don't know what to say about that. This 1-800-Cantazo, clearly they went to Mar-a-Lago, Joe Ayala and them. I guess they don't want Trump because they're for illegal immigration. So, and then Grok on X told you that was AI when clearly that can't be, when his Hispanic Society, which is so close associated with Eddie Caban, literally has it up on their own page. And now he's out there promoting this himself. But they said that this is for real, folks. This isn't a joke. This is a real organization. The Hispanic Society is pushing these people. And then Eddie Caban himself, a disgraced police commissioner, was too busy partying to the break of dawn, allowing human trafficking up there that they did reports for and nobody knows what happened with. This guy is now for this. So I don't know what you got to say about that, because you found a gem there. That was a gem.
So I got it from a few sources, and the first thing I did is because we get a lot of information from people, right? Some of it's false, some of it's not legit, some of it they want us to put out bad information. So I went to the company's website, couldn't find it. Went to the company's Instagram page, couldn't find it. Went to the company's YouTube page, couldn't find it. So then I went on Grok and I said, Grok, do you think that this is an AI generated video? It's hysterical, right? When I'm watching it. I don't think it's an AI generated video. I think it's legit, but I'm just trying to cover all my bases. So I went to Grok and I asked Grok, is this an AI generated video? And Grok says, based upon the hand movements, based upon the mouth, based upon the lighting, based upon this, it does not appear to be AI generated. So I posted, I said, hey, while he's in the news today, could we talk about this video? Grok now comes back. Grok is X's artificial intelligence, because people are asking. So I re-ask it, thinking it's going to just say the same thing it told me. Then it tells me, well, based upon the fact we weren't able to connect it to the website, we think that more than likely it's AI. It didn't prove that it's totally AI. In my opinion, it's not AI. I mean, and you can see clearly that there is some type of connection to the Hispanic Society. If it is AI and someone made that, please let us know, because that thing is hysterical. It would be a very well made AI video. I haven't seen AI that good, so I don't believe personally that it is. But I can't confirm and say that it's 100% legit. But I'll put it this way. It would not shock me, right? The guy's accused of selling promotions, $15,000. You don't think that he would sell his ass for a cheap commercial spot on an infomercial?
Which has ties back to the Hispanic Society. I'm flabbergasted by that he would even do that. And for again, I reiterate, Joe Ayala, the president of the Hispanic Society, Mr. Consofrito himself, who was out there partying to the break of dawn with Jimmy Rodriguez and them up there and whatever criminal and felon showed up.
Tommy Purdy says he sees it on the commercial last night.
So it is true. That's what I'm trying to say. If the Hispanic Society is posting this is true. It can't be, because they're intertwined with each other. The Caban brothers and the Hispanic Society, because there was 1,000 parties or something like that thrown up at that restaurant, which the NYPD has no problem with. You could associate with criminals and allow human trafficking, whatever else is going on up there, but you don't be seen with a political consultant. So with that, that video, is the NYPD co-sponsoring this because there's fraternals there? There's going to be a lot of questions with this. Is this another scam and scandal underneath the Hispanic Society and Eddie Caban? Because you might have found the gem here. There's a connection here. That was a gem, and I'm sure we're going to find out more about this. But if there's any questions to arrive out of this, is one, what is the Hispanic Society's involvement with that company? Because obviously there are cops involved. And B, how did Eddie Caban get involved? Because remember, he's under a Myra controversy, right? They went to his house. They raided him. Of course, we learned I've been telling you they poo-pooed this investigation for now because Eric Adams has to be elected mayor, or, the Trumps can't get their golf course and their name on the woman ring. But you shouldn't be even involved around this stuff after everything you've seen. This is ridiculous. I can't believe 1-800, whatever that thing is, Cantazo. That's going to be 1-800 Cantazo Caban. That'll be his new name. That's unbelievable.
But none of this stuff we know about. You know what I mean? Again, we were talking about Ed Caban going to somewhere in Saudi Arabia while he was the police commissioner, going to the Dominican Republic. And then because of that, he sends one of his friends to threaten me, right? Mm-hmm. And while that's happening, an insurance company from the Bronx comes on my Instagram, got an insurance agent, and says, get life insurance now. Up your life insurance now. So I call him. I'm like, yeah, I want to up my life insurance. I want to come see you. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm like, no. That's exactly how you meant it. I said, I know who you're tied to. I looked you up. I know your connections to the family. I know your connections to the police department, and it's disgusting and it's disgraceful. And these fraternals, I will give Ayala a little bit of a shout out that he's not as politicized as Patrick Gordon. Patrick Gordon's the other wannabe Eric Adams, who's in charge. He's in charge of the Guardians, so he's looking at a political run. Joey Ayala's not, but there's something there, and something should be looked into. What's that connection? And just as a police commissioner, would you cheapen yourself and do that? Like as a former police, I would never do that. That's like that's worse than when Bill Bratton wrote an op-ed saying that casinos in New York City would make the city safer when he knows he's 100% lying. This is it's a joke. Like, your pension's not big enough, dude. You got to do cheap stints for money. Like, it was gross, dude. Honestly, I'm not, if it was true, if it's on TV, it's absolutely disgusting, and he should get made fun of every day for it. But yeah, there's something there. But unfortunately, the DOJ is completely politicized. We don't want to find out the corruption because it's going to lead back to the mayor. And hey, we need a mayor to make some money for my kids, and so that I could bump my son Eric up. And we're going to push the vice president off to the side, and we're going to run Eric Trump for president in 2029. So you guys can mark my words about that. Put that on whatever betting site you just put up.
I could see that. There's a lot of rumors about running Eric Trump. That would be another unbelievable turn of events.